Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So there's this guy that went to visit his child, and he wanted to pick up his child, doing what every father should do, is spend time with their children. But he was denied by his old crazy baby mama. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Finna try and get my visitation rights for my child's mother. What's up? Where your mama? Tell your mama, come here. Say it again.
You said all you had to say to me on the phone. I don't want to hear no more. You got nothing else to say.
Oh, it's okay. This is my weekend to get my son.
What?
This is my weekend to get my son.
Please, close my door.
Say what?
I said close my door. That's what I said.
It's my weekend to get my son. Can I get him, please?
No.
You're being videotaped. Can I please get my son?
Jay, close my door. Stupid shit. That's the same reason right now being stupid videotape. Who gives a shit about a damn videotape?
This is my rights.
What? Please,
You're violating my rights to get my son right now.
Jay, come close my door. He was here, but he not going nowhere.
No, I want him. This is my weekend. You kept him from me last weekend during Christmas, which is a holiday. You should have did. I want my son this weekend.
Yes, okay. Oh well, whatever. Take it to the court. I don't care.
Okay, we gonna take it to the courts.
What, please?
Are you denying me my right?
Close my door.
Are you denying me my right to get my son?
Money, come close me.
Are you denying me my right to get my son?
Come close my door.
Are you denying me my right to get my son? Are you denying me my rights to get my son?
Money.
Say what? Are you denying me my rights to get my son?
Close my door.
Are you denying me my rights to get my son? The police will be here.
I don't care.
Now, before I get started in this commentary, Sister Shirley on Twitter, appreciate you sending me this. Now, I contacted this brother before I even made this video, and I said, brother, listen, I make videos, you know, men like you is I would defend all day long. And you see in this video, there's a black man trying to get his child. He wants his visitation rights with his son, and yet he's being prevented. Not because he's a drug addict or he's a thug or something like that, just because she wants to be evil and vindictive and use his son against him to try to hurt him. Now, one thing I noticed in that whole piece, and I actually was very, very glad to see this, she kept telling the son, close the door in his father's face, and he would not do it. And I say bravo to that son, because you know what? There are a lot of men, a lot of black men who love their children, who want to be in their children's life, and they put this out, oh, black men are deadbeat dads. Black men don't care about their kids. That's the black man in that video trying to get his child. He tried to get his child on the weekend he was supposed to during the holiday. This heifer denied him. Yeah, I'm calling her name. She denied him. Then she's sitting up here denying him again, talking about she don't care. He's saying you're being videotaped. I don't care if I go to court. I mean, just an old ratchet type of female. And before some of y'all females say something, because this is what y'all always say when I make these kind of videos, well, y'all need to start having babies with the wrong type of females. Let me tell you something. One thing about women, y'all are so unpredictable because y'all emotional. 1 minute, y'all one way, and then we leave y'all, and then if you can't handle it because you can't find another man that was just as good as us, then you try to take it out on us. First you'll try to do all kind of stuff to get us back. Then if that don't work, then you want to use our child against us to hopefully try to get us back with you, because that's the end goal. And then if you can't do that, then you're going to try to make our lives miserable by trying to put that man in our life if he don't really need to be in our life. Especially like they got women out here. It doesn't matter how much you go pick up your child. Even if she call you and you bring her money, she still go put them people on you because she just wants to be you suffer as a man because she cannot have you. I can relate to that when women doing that sort of thing. And the best thing you have to do is let these females know you know your rights. Now, what this brother needs to do is get a police report filed every time she deny him his court-ordered visitation. Then what he needs to do once he gets some reports stacked up on her, because that is his right, and she can go to jail for contempt of court for denying him. I just recently heard a woman was almost thrown in jail for that because she denied a man his rights when he brought it up to the judge and showed proof of that. She was about to go spend 30 days in jail behind denying him his rights. So he does have a right to his son. He really does. Now, he can't go in there and just say, oh, I'm taking my son. He can't do that, but it's a proper channel to handle that. Now, there are a lot of black men. They even had a recent study talking about black men. They say there are more involved black fathers today than they ever been. And this lie about we are deadbeat dads, we don't take care of our kids, those imbeciles and sorry good for nothings get all the airtime. But a brother like this brother do not at all. And that needs to change. That's why I want to put this video out there to show you what brothers go through, the ones who love their children, the ones who's trying to spend time and try to make a difference in their child's life. Then they got to deal with a crazy baby mama like this. Now, I understand black men aren't the only men who are dealing with this same issue. There are white men that deal with this, Hispanic men, all races of men deal with this problem. Yes, I know. But the propaganda in the media isn't against other races of men. It's against black men. Say that we don't take care of our kids. We no good. We deadbeats. There are so many family black men out here, married black men, love their children. Or they may have a long-term girlfriend, but they still with their children and everything. And that's why I will always fight for fathers' rights. I always will fight for that because children need their fathers. You just can't have a woman in your life. I'm sorry, it just don't work. You got to have a mother and a father. That is a proper balance in parenting. And this twisted ideology that you don't need a man, shut the hell up with that. Yes, you do. You need a man and a woman. That's why a mother's a mother and she do what mothers do. And that's why a father's a father, he do what he does. Now, I understand if the guy don't want to be around XYZ, you do what you can do, that you have to adapt. But just trying to kick out this man out of his son's life is because you mad. Using your son as a weapon to try to hurt this man. This man represents many men in America, and the court systems allow this to go on. The court systems do not defend men like they should defend men. And men need to really pay attention to this stuff. And they say in the best interest of the child. It's not in the best interest of the child. It's the best interest of taking that money from you. Because how come you don't see more women locked up in jail for 6 months for denying visitation of the children, but you quickly see a man locked up for 6 months for not paying that child support? He lose his driver's license. How he gonna go get a job and get suspended? That's so stupid. They do that. They do all kind of stuff to men. But females like this aren't put to the fire. Females like this aren't held accountable when they go to court. This stuff is wrong. And men like this needs to be defended. And these children need to be defended as well. Because that woman got a mental problem and a mental condition to act like that. That's not normal. Screaming, yelling, hollering. Trying to put that child in a predicament. Because you saw how when she told him to go close the door, he was looking at his father, he looked back at her. I mean, that has an effect on a lot of these brothers. And I know a lot of brothers right now who are grown men, 19, 20, 21. Some of you have lived that right there. Some of you have saw your father trying to be in your life. And your mother ran your father away because he just got to a point he gave up. Don't hate your father because he got to that point. You don't understand that sometimes some men just get so tired, they get fed up. They like, I just can't deal with this female. I understand because I was at that point at one point in time with my own. Because that girl was just like, oh man. But I had to say, you know what? I cannot let her win. And at the end of the day, I won Because you're not going to sit here and cause me to say, you know what, throw up my hand and say, forget my son, because that's what some of these females want us to do, men. They want us to walk away from our kids and not be in their life. Do not let them win. Learn the law, lawyer up, and make sure you take her to court and let the judge deal with her, because she can't get away with murder just because she got custody. Doing that kind of crap she's doing, she could lose custody and he'll get custody of his son. And that's what, to me, in my opinion, he needs to be with his father. Because when boys get to a certain age, and if they have a loving father who's there and going to be there to teach them how to be a man, then they need to go with him, because he can teach that boy how to be a man. I don't care what women say. You cannot teach a boy to become a man, because you don't know how it feels to even be a man. So how can you teach that? You can teach them good morals, great character about themselves, yes, but you cannot teach the skills that us as fathers can teach to our sons. You just can't do it. So what y'all think about this video? I mean, this video is just really upsetting to see this child going through this, and his mother do not care about him, because she's just using him just to get at the father. Hit me up in the comments, the future commentaries, subscribe.